Well, welcome to the Enc Cup. I'm Dr. Boomer Brown with Doing Good at Work. Well, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and during this month, we are dedicating the cups to exploring and understanding mental health issues. Today, we're going to look at anxiety. All of us suffer from some form of anxiety from time to time. You see, anxiety wells up from inside us and it affects us. You see, anxiety can be both biological and environmental. What we're learning is if you have a biological issue with anxiety, that can be dealt through several techniques and medication. But from an environmental perspective, which most of our anxiousness is caused by environmental factors, you can learn to manage and control those. So anxiety is something that you feel. It's a primary emotion. It might mask itself in worry. I'm worried about the future, and I feel anxious about that. I'm worried about my lack of control, or can I control this? And anxiousness kind of rises up inside me. But we do know that one of the basic reasons that we become anxious is we're fearing something. Something is controlling us, and we don't know how to process it. So people, when they feel anxious, there's usually about three things that they do. For some people, when they feel anxious, they just get very jittery. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of movement. They got to be doing something. They can't sit still, and they're just anxious, and you see it on the outside. Then there are the others, when they feel anxious, they become almost paralyzed. They don't know what to do. Their systems start to shut down, and they just sit there and do nothing. There is a third way that people handle their anxiousness. It's called rumination. They just think about it over and over and over, and they rehearse it in their mind. And each level of rehearsal ratchets up the worry and the stress and the feeling that's going on inside a person. So I don't know how you handle anxiety, whether you're an action person, you're a paralyzation person, or a rumination person. But I can tell you this, there are a few things that I can help you understand that whatever reason you're anxious over, that you possibly can use one or more of these to help you work your way through your anxiousness. One of those is to what I call manage the risk. When you're looking at any situation, whether it's a particular situation, a person, a thing that causes you anxiousness, what's the real risk? What happens? What's the end game of this? When we start thinking about that and we bring it into proper order, sometimes that can relax us and know the risk is not as high as we think it is. Another way to help with your anxiousness is sometimes just to avoid things. Avoid people, avoid places and circumstances that make you anxious. Now, realistically, that doesn't really deal with it. It might help you with the symptoms, but it will calm you for a moment so you can think clear through that situation. Another thing you could possibly do if you feel anxious is to distract yourself. To think of something else that you could be doing. Think of positive things. Let your mind go to places that are not just in that one area. Here's something I like to do when I'm anxious is I begin to rehearse in my mind. I ruminate on good things. I am thankful. I start thinking about things I am thankful for in this situation. I start cultivating a mind of gratitude, and that thankfulness wells up inside me and overcomes my anxiety. Another thing that you can do, which is very proactive in handling your anxiety or your anxious moments, is to identify the source, the trigger, the thing, and then grow in your knowledge. Become competent in how to overcome that. Let me give you one example here. A lot of people worry about money, and it causes a lot of anxiousness. To be proactive here and to grow in your competency, you could do something like Dave Ramsey's course in financial management And at that point, it can empower you to overcome your fears and help you set goals and to do the things that will make you financially responsible. Hence, when the anxiousness comes, you can say to your anxiousness, hey, I know what to do. I'm ready. Well, these are just a few simple ideas. I know they don't answer every question about anxiety, and I know that we're all anxious about lots of different things. But what we want you to know that there is help when you feel anxious. Understand the root of your anxiousness. Maybe that's with a mental health first responder. Maybe that's with a counselor. Maybe it's learning some things. We offer all those opportunities for you. So if you feel anxious, you can overcome your anxiety over a period of time. Don't underestimate the power of thinking positive in your situation and getting the right professional help that can help you. Mental health is a choice. We can choose to be mentally healthy, or we can be trapped in our mental, unhealthy ways of dealing with life. I encourage you to take a step forward and address your anxiety. Thanks for tuning in to A Cup this week. Come back next week and we'll talk about another mental health issue.